Hello, boys and girls. It's Miss E here again today. I need you to get out your Scholastic news that's titled Happy New Year. It looks like this. And then get your highlighter out. Okay, let's begin our read aloud today.
Happy New Year! Some people make New Year's resolutions. A resolution can be to learn how to do something. It can also be to get better at something. What is your New Year's resolution?
Okay, so take your highlighter and highlight the word resolutions. So that means to learn how to do something. Okay.
Nora's
Sorry, boys and girls.
resolution. As you read, think about 3 ways Nora works on her New Year's resolution. Nora's resolution is to learn how to do something. It's to learn to ice skate. She puts on her skates. She steps onto the ice and, oh no! Nora falls. She feels upset. Nora wants to be as good as the ice skaters on TV. She feels like giving up now. But Nora takes a deep breath. This helps her calm down. Then she tells herself, it's okay to make mistakes. I can always try again. So Nora practices a lot. She works on getting better. She asks her ice skating coach for help too. It takes hard work, but Nora does it. She learns to ice skate. Go, Nora, go!
Awesome. So
Carrie Acer.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So
what can these...
Sorry, I had to pause it there. That took me a second. Okay, so let's get our highlighters out and let's highlight the word practice. Practices. So remember, we can practice something over and over again so we can get better at it. We can practice. Let's highlight the word practice. No, practices.
These kids do. Use Nora's story to find ways that these kids can work on their resolutions. 1. Jack's resolution. Hi, I'm Jack. My resolution is to keep my room clean. I try to clean it every Saturday, but last week I forgot. Look back at Nora's story. Can you find something Jack can tell himself about making mistakes?
Okay, so let's try to help Jack. So Jack says that he wants to keep his room clean, right? And he tries to clean it every Saturday, but he forgot last week. So let's look at Nora's story here. So we need to find something in the story about Nora that Jack can tell himself about making mistakes, right? So let's see. So it says that Nora wants to ice skate and then she falls and then she feels upset. She kind of wants to feel like she gives up, but she practices. So Nora practiced a lot of ice skating so she could work on getting better. So think in your head, boys and girls, what do you think Jack could do to get better at cleaning his room? You're right. He could practice a lot. Maybe he could write a list down to look at so he can remember to clean his room. He can continue to practice cleaning his room. Okay.
2. Lily's resolution. Hi, I'm Lily. My resolution is to play nicely with my brother, but he is just so annoying. I get upset sometimes. Look back at Nora's story. Can you find something Lily can do to calm down?
Okay, so Lily is feeling up. She gets upset sometimes and she wants to play nicely with her brother. So what is something Lily could do to calm down, boys and girls? You can look back at our text. So it says, so here, see, it says Nora felt upset, right? And then Lily says that she gets upset sometimes. So let's keep on looking through our text to see what Nora does that maybe Lily could do. Okay, so here it says, but Nora takes a deep breath. This helps her calm down. So what do you think, boys and girls? Do you think Lily could take a nice deep breath to calm down? Ready? Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale for 3. Exhale for 3. So we can take a big deep breath to try to calm down. So that's what Lily could do.
3. Max's resolution. Hi, I'm Max. My resolution is to score a goal in soccer. I practice a lot, but I think I need some more help. Look back at Nora's story. Can you find someone Max could ask for help?
So here in Nora's story, it looks like we will revisit somebody who she asked for help when she realized she needed help. So let's see. So it says right here, then she tells herself, it's okay to make mistakes. I can always try again. So Nora practices a lot. Okay, so our friend Max says he practices a lot. So maybe we'll figure out a tip if we keep on reading. So Nora, it says, she works on getting better. She asks her ice skating coach for help too. Okay, so maybe, boys and girls, since Max asks for a lot of help all the time, but he needs more help, he could ask his coach, like Nora asked her ice skating coach. So he could ask his soccer coach for more help. It's always a good idea to ask for more help when we need some. Awesome. If I'm going too fast, you can pause, remember. Let's move on now. Okay, I always forget that there's no audio on this page. Okay, sorry. So let's see. So it says Max goes for the goal. Max tries to make a goal during his soccer games. The graph shows how many times he tried during each game. Okay, so down here it says how many times he tried. And we're going to go up to this one. This says game 1. So think in your head, boys and girls, if there's those numbers down here and those represent how many times he's tried to make a goal during his soccer game, look at this one that says game 1. How many times did he try to make a goal during the soccer game? 6. You're right. So look, so we go game 1 and we go over and then down, and it's on the number 6. Okay, good job. I know you can do this next one too. Okay, so game 2. Look at this yellow line and think in your head, how many times did he try to make a soccer goal based off of this graph? So we can go over and then look where the graph stops and then down. What number is that? 8. You're right. He tried to make 8 goals during the soccer game in game 2. Okay, game 3. How many times did he try to make a soccer goal, boys and girls? So we go here and then over to where the line, orange line stops, and we go down. What number is that? What comes after 2? 3. You're right. Awesome job. Okay. Now we have game 4. How many times did he try to make a soccer goal in game 5? We go over, right? And then look, it stops right here. So 5 times he tried to make a goal. Okay, this first question, now that we've really talked about this graph and analyzed it, we can look at the first question. So it says, how many times did Max try to score in game 2? Okay, so we got to go to game 2. How many times did Max try to score, boys and girls? 8. Da, da, da. So you will fill in the circle 8. Fill that in right now, okay? Good job. Okay, number 2. Max tried to score 6 times in what game? Game 1, game 3, or game 4? 6 times. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what one of these lines stops at the number 6? Does game 1 stop at the number 6? I think so. Look. So it would be game 1. He tried to score 6 goals in game 1. So fill in game 1. And if I'm going too fast, boys and girls, you can push pause, remember, and then replay when you're ready to move on. Here's number 3. It says Max tried to score the most times in. So did he try to score the most goals in game 1? In game 2? Or in game 3? So look at these 3 lines right here. These 3 lines in our graph. What one looks the longest to you? Does game 1 look the longest to you? Does game 2 look the longest to you? Does game 3 look the longest to you? You're right. Game 2. He tried to score the most times in game 2 because look, that's an 8. And game 3, he only tried to score 3 goals. And then game 1, he only tried to score 6. So 8 is definitely bigger than 6 and 3. So it would be game 2. Awesome. Good job, boys and girls. So here's a bonus question. It says, how many times in total did Max try to score in the first 2 games? Bonus question. How many times in total did Max try to score in the first 2 games? So in total means to add together, right? To add 2 numbers together. So these are the first 2 games, boys and girls. So here's game 1, so it says 6. And then here's game 2, and it says 8. So think in your head, what is 6 plus 8? Think in your head. Did you guess 14? 6 plus 8 is 14. Yay, good job, boys and girls. Okay, let's go back to the beginning now and do our awesome.
Happy New Year!
Oh, it always does that. It always plays. Okay, let's play our video, boys and girls.
3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Have you ever stayed up way past your bedtime to celebrate the new year? Every year at midnight on December 31st, the date changes to January 1st. January 1st is the first day of a new year. We call it New Year's Day. That's why so many people stay up late on New Year's Eve. They want to be awake for the first moments of the new year. In the United States, people celebrate New Year's traditions. A tradition is something you do in a special way at a certain time. What are some traditions that happen on New Year's Eve? Some people have a party, and at midnight, they celebrate by wearing funny hats and glasses, or with loud noisemakers. A huge party takes place in New York City. About 1 million people stand in the streets and wait there for hours. What are they waiting for? For the ball to drop. A shiny, glittery ball drops slowly as people count down to midnight. All around the country, people gather together to watch fireworks on New Year's Eve. People might sing the song Auld Lang Syne. It's an old song that says goodbye to the past year. There are also traditions for New Year's Day. In some places, people put on their bathing suits and go for a dip in freezing cold water. It's called a polar bear plunge. Why do they do it? Well, it's just a fun tradition. But often the event raises money for a good cause. On New Year's Day, many people make New Year's resolutions. A resolution is like a promise you make to yourself. For example, a resolution might be to be nicer to your brother or sister, or to eat more vegetables, or to learn to ride a skateboard. New Year's isn't just celebrated in the United States. It's a holiday celebrated all over the world. There are fireworks in South Africa, China, Australia, and many other places. In Egypt, a country in Africa, they shine lights on the pyramids. The pyramids are thousands of years old, and now they are 1 year older. In some Spanish-speaking countries, people eat a grape for every chime of the clock as it turns midnight. There are 12 chimes in total. That's a lot of grapes, so you have to be careful not to choke. People in Denmark have a smashing good time on New Year's Eve. They throw dishes at their neighbors' front doors. This might sound strange, but it's actually meant to be a good thing. The more dishes smashed at your door, the more good luck you will have in the coming year. In Mexico and other countries, people walk around their houses or down the street at midnight with an empty suitcase. Where are they going? Nowhere. At least, not yet. This tradition is supposed to help bring safe travels in the new year. But New Year's isn't always on January 1st. Different cultures have their own New Year's celebrations. One is called Lunar New Year. People celebrate Lunar New Year in Asian countries and in Asian communities around the world, including in the United States. Lunar New Year starts in late January or early February and lasts for 2 weeks. At the end of Lunar New Year, people celebrate with a big parade. What a fun tradition! No matter when you celebrate the new year, it's a special time. You can look back on the past and look forward to what's going to happen in the future. People celebrate this time of year in different ways. What New Year's traditions do you have?
Yay!
What New Year's tradition looks most fun to you? Talk about it. See you soon.
Wow, a lot of New Year traditions we just learned about. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's do this next one.
Get a growth mindset. Have you ever tried to do something that's really difficult? I mean, really, really hard? Sometimes things don't go the way you want them to. That's really frustrating. What do you do next? You can give up, but you'll never learn anything new that way. Or you can keep trying. You can figure out a new way to solve your problem, and you can learn from your mistakes. This is called having a growth mindset. That means that you're not afraid of challenges. You believe you can get better at anything, and you will try your best to improve. The opposite of a growth mindset is a fixed mindset. That means you think you can't get better at things. Everyone has a fixed mindset sometimes. It's normal. But here are some tips you can use to get a growth mindset. Tip 1. Practice. Sometimes it takes a lot of practice to get good at something. This teacher can read really well now. Was she born being able to do that? Of course not. She had to practice. She practiced and practiced and practiced some more, and she got better. Tip 2. Ask for help. The directions on this worksheet are a little hard to understand. But that's okay. This boy can ask for help. His teacher will explain it. Tip 3. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. People don't usually get things right on the first try. Many writers write draft after draft of their books, crossing out words and pictures they don't like until they get them the way they want. Sometimes it might seem embarrassing to make a mistake, but mistakes can teach us so much. Tip 4. Try something new.
Sometimes the first way we try to solve a problem doesn't work. That's okay. We can try something new. It's a challenge to think of new ways to do something, but it can be really fun to stretch your brain that way. There are many ways you can have a growth mindset. The most important thing is to believe in yourself. And don't give up. If you keep going, you'll learn new things and your brain will get stronger.
What is the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset? Talk about it. See you soon.
So having a growth mindset, boys and girls, is believing in yourself, continuing to practice, and growing. And so that is a really important thing. Awesome. Let's do some vocabulary.
Resolutions. Promises that you make to yourself. A New Year's resolution is a promise about something you'll do in the new year, such as being nicer to your younger brother or sister.
Resolutions. Oh, I went to the wrong one. Sorry, boys and girls. Let's go back.
Practices. Works at something over and over to get good at it. This boy practices playing the piano.
What's something you practice to continue to try to get better at it, boys and girls? Something I continue to practice is how to take care of my plants. I continue to practice by making sure I'm not overwatering my plants or underwatering my plants. I have to kind of continue to practice till I get really good at it. Okay, let's try to play our game. Fingers crossed that it works because these are so much fun. Okay. Let's see. Oh, man. Let's exit out of this and try it again. Oh, if it will let me exit out of it. Okay, boys and girls, well, it's not working today as we can see, but that's okay. We'll try again next time. So thank you for joining me today for our Scholastic News, and I will see you guys later. Okay, bye.